Chapter 11. But I, being desirous to take up again my work of benevolence for the poor, asking them, saying, Give me each a lamb for the clothing of the poor in their state of nakedness, and 4 drachmas of gold and silver. Then the Lord blessed all that was left to me, and after a few days I became rich again in merchandise, in flocks, and in all things which had been lost, and I received all in double number again. Then I also took as wife your mother, and became the father of you 10 in place of the 10 children that had died. And now, my children, let me admonish you, behold, I die, you will take my place. Only do not forsake the Lord. Be charitable towards the poor. Do not disregard the feeble. Take not unto yourselves wives from strangers. Behold, my children, I shall divide among you what I possess, so that each may have control over his own, and have full power to do good with his share. And after he had spoken thus, he brought all of his goods and divided them among the 7 sons, but he had not given any of the goods to his daughters. And they said to their father, Our Lord and Father, are we not also thy children? Why, then, dost thou not also give us a share of thy possessions? Then said Job to his daughters, Do not become angry, my daughters. I have not forgotten you. Behold, I have preserved for you a possession better than that which your brothers have taken. And he called his daughter, whose name was Day, or by translation, Yomemah, and said to her, Take this double ring, use as a key, and go into the treasure house, and bring me the golden casket, that I may give you your possession. And she went and brought it to him, and he opened it, and took out 3 strained girdles, about the appearance of which no man can speak. For they were not earthly work, but celestial sparks of light, flashed through them like the rays of the sun. And he gave 1 string to each of his daughters, and said, Put these girdles around you, and in order in those days of your life they may encircle you, and endow you with every good thing. And the other daughter, whose name was Keseah, said, Is this a possession of which thou sayest is better than that of our brothers? What now can we live on this? And their father said to them, Not only have you here sufficient to live on, but these bring you into a better world to live in the heavens. Or do you not know, my children, the value of these things here then? When the Lord had deemed me worthy to have compassion on me and to take off my body the plagues and my worms, he called me and handed to me these 3 strings. And he said to me, Rise, and gird up thy loins like a man, and I will demand of thee, and declare thou unto me. And I took them and girt them around my loins, and immediately did the worms leave my body, and likewise did the plagues. And my whole body took new strength through the Lord. Thus I passed on, as though I had never suffered. But also in my heart I forgot the pains. Then spoke the Lord unto me in his great power, and showed to me all that was and will be. Now then, my children, in keeping these, you will not have the enemy plotting against you evil intentions in your mind because of this charm from the Lord. Rise then, and gird these around you before I die, in order that you may see the angels come and parting, so that you may behold the wonder of the power of God. Then rose the one whose name is Day, Yemimah, and girt herself, and immediately she departed her body, as her father had said, and she put on another heart, and as if never cared for earthly things. And she sang angelic hymns in the voice of angels, and she chanted forth the angelic praise of God while dancing. And then the other daughter, Keseah by name, put on her girdle, and her heart was transformed, so that she no longer wished for worldly things, and her mouth assumed the dialect of the heavenly rulers, Ankants. And she sang the analogy of the work of the high place, as if one wishes to know the work of the heavens, he may take an insight into the hymns of Keseah. Then the other daughter, by the name of Amalthea's horn, girded herself, and her mouth spoke in the language of those on high, for her heart was transformed, being lifted above the worldly things. She spoke in a dialect of the cherubim, singing the praises of the ruler of the cosmic powers, and extolling their glory. And he who desires to follow the vestiges of the glory of the Father will find them written down in the prayers of Amalthea's horn.